Okay, back on. So, where I was going with all that is the thing about love that I was feeling this morning. And if you've never had a soulmate love or a deep love or like a best friend love in another human being, like I've never had that with a man, my friends. Now, I have had moments of deep love with a man, moments of incredible connection. I have never had a 20-year relationship with a man. I have never had a 5-year relationship with a man. I have had a 3-year relationship. I've had a couple of 2.5 to 3 year situationships that were, I will just say it, incredibly toxic as time went on. But I have never known the navigation of a 20-25 year relationship and the growth that comes from that commitment with another human being. I have never known that. And see, now the tears want to flow again when I say that, because there's a part of me that feels like I've been robbed, but it wasn't. The universe has been trying to deliver it. Oh my God, especially this last year, so much. And I can see where I was blocking it. I can see where it was here and I was literally going away from it, like turning the exact opposite direction from that which I truly desired. And I can see how fear got in the way. Okay. But the matrix or people will tell you there's something wrong with her because she's never had a man for that length of time, or there's something wrong because she's been single so much of her life. That's not true at all. I think it was part of the journey and the path that I had to walk here. I think it's part of what I chose. And I think I placed myself around a lot of people, I will call them young souls. In the physical world, they had a lot of issues with addiction and trauma that hadn't been dealt with. And I always had to go away on my own because I was greatly affected energetically by being in those environments and around those people. Okay. And I wouldn't allow myself to be in environments that were truly beneficial to me with other people. That was so foreign to me because what I knew was environments that were chaotic, where there was a lot of unhealed things in those environments. And so that's what felt normal to me. Okay. Now I know all of that, but also I know that I can no longer navigate this life alone. So it's up to me to be willing now to surround myself with people and souls and spirits and environments like this, not spirits as an alcoholic, that's what I just thought, but like the spirit of people where it is dedicated to health and growth and fun and travel and adventure and all of those things that is who I am, rather than defaulting to something that might be easier and known and all of that. Okay. But what I want to say about love is like literally, if I never have that, or if you never have that in this lifetime, you are still going to have an incredibly beautiful life. I do think we should stay open to it, but I also think there's a certain level of standard that comes with a soul that has done a lot of their inner work, still might have some issues, or like this man said a month ago to me, he could see the red flags all over me. Okay, cool, got it. I can bring that all to the light, right? I am not a perfect human being at all. And I think that in relationship, it's such a prime opportunity to be able to heal some of those things or grow through some of those things or transform or alchemize or transmute some of that shit. that's still in us. What better way to do that than in a beautiful partnership? But it has to be with someone who's at the level you're at or even beyond, right? And if like as the woman, a woman who's really connected spiritually, really connected to the heart and to the emotions and all of that, like you own that. And then perhaps the man is really connected in the physical world or really freaking understands the physical world, which might not be your strong suit, right? And there's these beautiful partnerships and beautiful dynamics that can happen. And I know that for sure. And again, I want to own my part in it and say, I can see how I was blocking it. I can see how fear set in. I can see how my ego set in or pride set in, or the I'm so used to do this all on my own. I don't need a man. That's not true at all. And maybe I don't necessarily need a man, but what if I desire that? What if I want that? What if like that's some of my greatest growth in this lifetime is moving through a 20-25 year relationship with another human being, with a man, and the growth that that would bring. Okay. And again, like what just came to thought is like men who see this video and think that it's them. Seriously, seriously. And like women who are in tune with their intuition, I swear to God, you know, they say you know within 10 seconds if that's your partner or not. I would say 30 seconds to a minute without a doubt. Without a doubt. But so the difference is when you see someone or you stand next to someone and you're like, this is how I experience anyway, you get an activation and you get curious. And it could even be the frequency of their voice, because I've experienced that too. I've also experienced, side note story here, a man who was at the one of the vineyards back in Minnesota that I used to go to frequently. And he came outside to take a phone call, and I saw him and I went, whoa, you know, just like something in my body went like, wow. And just his energy, his physique, everything. He got on that phone call, and the minute I heard his voice, I said to myself, nope, it's not him. It's not my partner. And because when it is your partner, my loves, all of the things are going to align. And I know that for sure. So he had like 75 to 85% of who I believed my partner to be and look like, and the energy that he carried, right? But again, the minute I heard the frequency of his voice, I was like, it's not my partner. That's not the man that God has for me in this lifetime. Got it? Okay. That's such a fun story to share and own it. And the same goes for men. The same goes for men about the woman that they desire or the woman that they're meant to be with in this lifetime. Okay. And so I have a lot of friends who have already done marriage and they're on the other side and now they're footloose and fancy free or dating or whatever it is, and they don't desire a long-term partnership. Cool. Own that. But at the same time, I'm also not going to pretend to be a match for them, because I'm going to own the fact that I believe part of my soul growth is a 20-25 year relationship on planet Earth in this lifetime. Now I'm like, maybe it's not on planet Earth. Like, are we going to other planets soon? Maybe. So I won't say it's on planet Earth. But I'm saying in this lifetime, I truly believe that that is freaking part of my soul growth. Okay, my loves. There's the thing on love. Now, I'm going to do one more video today and tell you about the glitches that I experienced in the Matrix yesterday, because it's so glitchy and it's so wild. And I want to speak it out to perhaps give you some insight as well when you get spun around in the Matrix and like, what the heck is going on? So stay tuned for that video.